That's right. The UNC in Trinidad has come out swinging for Guyana, folks. That's right. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you, wherever you are joining us from tonight. We are happy, delighted that you folks are here. As I said, the United National Congress in Trinidad and Tobago, the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Persad Bissessa, has come out swinging for Guyana. That's what I hope to have seen in Mia Motley. That's what I hope to have seen in Ralph Gonzalez and Kid Rowley, but they don't have the balls to do it. And so it took me out. We could be talking with some of that, folks. Share the live, smash that emoji button, folks. They don't have the testicular fortitude to do it. Good to have each and every one of you. Share the live wherever you're joining us from. Smash that emoji button, folks. And let's go then, man. Let me go down the road. Run and down we going. Good to have each and every one of you, folks, on the live tonight. Good to see you, Wilma Grant, Cycling Earl, Michael Chance. Folks, you're hearing us loud and clear. Do let us know. We want to know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Good to see Roxana Dessa Jacobs, Fine Wine, Stuart. Good to see Leon and all the other folks joining us tonight. Peace and power, good folks. Wherever you're joining us from, share the live. Smash that emoji button, folks. Smash, smash, smash. And let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good to have each and every one of you folks on the live tonight. We got the fight card set, folks, and we got the opener as well. It's just some of y'all waiting on. So share that live, smash that emoji button, good folks. And let's go, let's go, let's go. Wherever you're joining us from, you know, some of y'all didn't like politics. Some of you didn't like politics until the Venezuelans started saber rattling. The Lord don't come. But he said, until the Venezuelans started saber rattling there, folks, we hope that you guys are great. We hope that you guys are well. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, folks, good to have you folks in the ring with us tonight. Great to have each and every one of you with us. Share the live, smash that emoji button for us. We're holding for some of you folks. We're holding for some of you. We want to get right into it, folks. We want to get right into it tonight, folks. I want you all to know, Air Finale was in CBS. I got some things to talk about this. CBS today, folks, that international broadcast out of the United States of America. And I was wondering a great many things when I saw him. I like what he said. But when I saw him, who no. When I saw him, folks, and that's the opening tonight. Take a look and take a listen to what he said on CBS. Take a look and take a listen what he said on CBS today, folks. That's the opener.
The Guyanese president is calling on Venezuela to respect the process of the International Court of Justice as it reviews the land dispute matter. Just last week, the court ordered Venezuela not to take any action that would alter Guyana's control over the territory. You see it highlighted there on your screen.
So joining us now is Guyanese President Mohamed Irfan Ali to talk a little bit more about this dispute. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. President. So here we have a situation where Venezuela has long disputed this border, right? And it is currently being looked at by international courts. On the flip side, we know it's an oil-rich region. We know that Nicolas Maduro is facing an election in the coming year, and Venezuela is in the middle of an economic collapse. What do you believe is behind this uptick in this dispute?
Well, first of all, I want to make it very clear that the borders were settled in 1899. Venezuela and then British Guyana participated fully in the settlement of this border. They both agreed on the border. The border was then enacted in Venezuela, local laws, and also stamps were produced with the borders as it exists today. When we were about to get independence, Venezuela raised a controversy and the Geneva Agreement was entered into. In that agreement, it provided that if the controversy could not have been settled between the parties, then the United Nations Secretary General would determine the mechanism to settle that. And the mechanism that was determined by the United Nations Secretary General was the ICJ. And that is where we believe this matter must be settled. But as you rightfully said, Venezuela is faced with many challenges, political challenges, democratic challenges, and challenges within the society itself. Many believe that this is a distraction to what obtains in Venezuela now, but we are taking this very seriously because of the narrative that is coming out of Venezuela, the threat that comes out of Venezuela. And recently, Venezuela opened defiance of the International Court of Justice when the leaders there basically said they will not adhere to the orders of the ICJ. Now, this is an important issue for us in this region because we want this region to remain a zone of peace. We want this is an important part of the Western Hemisphere.
Well, Mr. President,
have
apologies for the interruption, but on your point, considering that Venezuela really isn't recognizing the ICJ, you're saying let it settle the dispute. You could see a situation where Venezuela goes ahead and tries to interfere in your efforts to open up leasing contracts for oil companies, oil discovered there back in 2015. This could escalate. What nations have voiced support for you, and what are you willing to do to defend what you say is your territory?
So let me just make a correction. Venezuela is saying that they will not participate, but Venezuela has already participated in the process at the ICJ because Venezuela went twice to the ICJ on the issue of jurisdiction, and the ICJ ruled against Venezuela, saying that the ICJ has jurisdiction to look at this matter. So I think the narrative that they're not recognizing or participating in the ICJ, that narrative is really one of a double standard because they have already participated in the process of the ICJ. They have already gone to the ICJ to seek a ruling on the jurisdiction of the court, and the court ruled twice in favor of Guyana. Now, we have had the OAS in full support of us, the Commonwealth Group of Countries in full support of us. We have had CARICOM leaders issuing strong statements. And we have had various leaders across the globe. I've been reaching out because our first line of defense is diplomacy. And we have been reaching out to leaders. The U.S. is strong support of Guyana. And also countries, India, we have raised this with India. We have even raised this with Cuba, countries that have a very close relationship with Venezuela, so that they can encourage Venezuela to do what is right and to ensure that they do not act in a reckless or adventurous manner that can disrupt the peace within the zone. But we are also preparing for the worst case scenario. We are preparing with our allies, with our friends, to ensure that we are in a position to defend what is ours that's secure.
So, Mr. President, just to piggyback off of Errol's question, what does that mean? What does that mean, putting yourself in a position to defend your borders?
It means doing the work in educating the world. It means informing all the relevant authorities and agencies of what is happening. It means constant monitoring and observation of what Venezuela is doing. It means ensuring that our diplomatic work is at its highest level because we want this to be resolved in a peaceful manner. It means encouraging the Venezuelans and the Venezuelan people, the leadership of Venezuela, to do what is right for the region, to accept a rule-based system, to work with the ICJ, to respect the outcome of the ICJ. And it also means to prepare ourselves, prepare our military asset in case of an invasion from Venezuela. We don't believe that Venezuela would act in this reckless way. But if they do act in this reckless way, we are already cooperating with friends within the region. We have defense cooperation with the United States of America. We are working closely with Southcom. So we are doing everything, first of all, to ensure that the zone remain a zone of peace and to encourage Venezuela to do what is right and to abide by international norms and international law.
Well, Mr. President, we want to emphasize that point that you want to see a peaceful resolution to this. We all know people from Guyana and Venezuela and want to see this region of the world remain peaceful. We appreciate you joining us on CBS News today to discuss this important issue. Mr. President Mohammed Irfan Ali, thank you for your time.
There you have it. There you have it. A number of things there. A number of things there, folks. A number of things, I like the fact that he had a message. Clearly, President Ali had a message, and I guess because he's been repeating it, the story over and over, the narrative, he has tightened up on it since this whole thing started. He's better now on the fly. He's better now, putting out the arguments there. I give him A for that. Right? I give him A for that. And this interview, folks, got a couple of things that our local journalists can learn. Don't think you gotta move past the fluff. You hear the journalist ask, what does all that mean? We prepared and we're ready. What does all of that mean? That is something our journalists gotta learn. To go past the fluff. Who are we ready to stand in defense? What does that mean? I give the journalists A+ too, both of them. I give Ali A+ for understanding the issues and to be able to put them out in a cogent and coherent way. But folks, you see the optics? Whoever put Ali by this Christmas tree, you gotta go home. Or take a couple steps back, a couple seats back to the third of the photo. Whoever put Ali with the flag, you could hardly see the flag. The Christmas tree so overpowering, I could hardly see the flag. What it said to me is that I'm more focused on Christmas. Right? This border controversy is a little small thing. You would see Zelensky in front of the Christmas tree, unpacking gifts. The flag on the Christmas tree competing. You can hardly see the flag of Guyana at the back there. But this is the Christmas party. We take a break. Come on, folks. Who put out here fun like this? The message. A1. A1, I give it for message. That me worried a little bit when she asks about which partner supporting, and then you veer off. But you come back. I give you A+. A+ for messaging. But optics and politics, that is true. Not so Roxanne, Claire Alexis Chumley. When you look at a photograph like this, you think a country is as tense as ours? No. Everything nice here. Margaret George, Vesta. No, I would say this country, everything nice. There's not a big issue. Right? There's not a big issue. And then sometimes Irfan score big on dressing. He understands the occasion, he score big. This is not one of them times. This is not one of those times. Optics matters. This look like Irfan roll out on Christmas morning. He was unpacking gifts and CBS give you a call. Roll out in the pajama on Christmas morning. He was unpacking gifts. I say, oh, CBS is you? CBS is you? So come on, folks. All of us on show now it's not just Irfan. All of us are on show. It's not just Irfan. All of us are on show, people. So please, do us one better than this next time. Right? Come away from the Christmas tree. I'm begging you all. Please and thank you. One step forward, 2 steps backward and tremble. Everybody tremble. 1 step forward. 2 steps backward and tremble. But folks, we're circling around. We got a lot to discuss on Venezuela. The Guyana-Venezuela border controversy. The Guyana-Venezuela tensions that are escalating, going up. We got a lot to talk about that tonight. But first, folks, I want to get some of the other issues out of the way. Some of the other things out of the way. We can talk tonight about what's happening in Jamaica. Some Haiti connections. Talk about that. Bus crash, folks. A lot of lives lost internationally. We can talk about that too. Some rumblings with the RNC. A little bit about that. Kamala for the win, folks. Let me tell you up front. Kamala Pasad Cesar for the win tonight. You don't know if I've been harsh on Kamala. Maybe I've been too easy on Rowley. Maybe I've been too easy on Rowley. You're taking his eyes and process now. But Kamala for the win tonight. You going to want to hear what Kamala said about Guyana. You're going to want to stick around for that, folks. Nice time in the Eastern Caribbean. New notes, folks. Let me spin you past around some of what's been happening internationally, as I said. Rape allegations Rick Scott, Ron DeSantis says that the RNC chair, the Republican chair in Florida should step down. Rape allegations. Rape allegations. A lot of folks saying, yep, he should do just that. Step down. Shucks. Step down. Friendly fire. This is Nigeria. Drone attack from the army. The army said it was a mistake. It's killed about 85 civilians. The army said it was a mistake. Was it? Was it? Nigeria, folks. The army said it's a mistake. Its drone has killed 85 Nigerians. My God. See why you got worried when you're putting some things in some people's hands? That being said, folks, coming in quickly around the region. So what we're following? Honduras bus crash. This is Latin America, folks. Has killed at least 12. The bus went off a cliff, down a ravine. 12 dead. Our thoughts and prayers with our brothers and sisters in Honduras. Never seek, they say, for to know for whom the bell tolls. Toll for all of us one day. Our thoughts and prayers go out with them. Jamaica, after 4 years, citizen of Haiti is saying thank you. He's now a Jamaican citizen. We returned them back here. We didn't like them. Attorney Long Darren, we'd have to carry the whole issue to court. And won. We cannot treat people inhumanely. These are CARICOM brothers and sisters. My brother here smiling. You got the Jamaican citizenship. Yep. Off to nice time now. Keep working hard, my brother, and stay on the straight and narrow. In the Caribbean, Eastern Caribbean in particular, there's a $2 note about to go into circulation. You see? It's a commemorative note, they say. Nice time. Nice time. Send some our way, man. Shucks. Let me sample it. We love our brothers and sisters in the Eastern Caribbean. We love you all. Hugs and kisses. Cyber hugs and kisses, folks. In the 592, you know, trouble. Trouble in the 592, folks. We hope you guys are well. Wherever you're joining us from tonight. Yes. And folks, how you all doing? Good to have you here with us tonight. The hundreds of you who've joined us, 2,500 and counting. Glenford Gordon, we see you there. Anton Nichols, we see you there. Anton said we like the Eastern Caribbean, except St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Except St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I love the people. Is he can't manage. Rob Gonzalez, Yolanda Thomas, Donna Miller, Vashti, Eric. Good to see you. Renella Garnett. Good to see you. Rita Cummins. Good to have you, Pat and Ryan and Beatrice and all the other folks joining us tonight, folks. We are happy that you guys are here with us. We're with the 592. Now, look, some story here now. Pace and power. Referendum and borders. The Americans are telling us, by the U.S. State Department, border controversy that we have with Venezuela cannot be settled by referendum. It can't. It just can't. It can't be settled by referendum, folks. And I want to thank the State Department for putting that out. It's good to know you got a few people on your side. And folks, because we agree here, that means we're going to agree all the time. We might disagree on Pompeo, might disagree on Trump. I disagree with Kamala. I agree with her tonight, though. But I want to thank the U.S. State Department for a very strong statement. A very strong statement that it put out. Referendum can't solve border matters. We got to stay in the ICJ. This is what we got to stay. Don't come around with funny. He said we got to stay in the ICJ. Thank you so much, Uncle Sam. Thank you so much. That's coming out of the State Department. You share your live yet? You smash that emoji button, folks. And partner with us too. We don't run out of water. I want you all to know that. We don't run out of water. As a matter of fact, this is how you can contribute to our program to keep us going. On the side of this, Kamala, you don't want to stick around what Kamala said. Kamala said Bissassa, the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago and the leader of the opposition. Oh, she came on swinging against Maduro. Shame on Rowley and shame on Mia Motley. But here's how you can partner with us, folks, and keep us going. We don't run out of water, unfortunately.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes. You can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $ in the ring 592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring 592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $ in the ring 592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring 592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best?
Yep. Folks, Kamala know the whole thing. Kamala Prasad Bisesar, former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. She know the whole thing. Whole thing. Just like Prince Hadari and Leslie Hamilton, just like Sylvia Allen, Pretty Queen, and Andy Nasquith, Enid Miggins, Kamala Prasad Bisesar in Trinidad and Tobago. She know the whole thing. God damn it. And she got what I thought me I had. But me ain't got it. I thought me had it. But we are often surprised because this is not in time of peace, relative peace, where people stand. It's in troubled times and turbulent times like the one we have. Then you really see who is made of what. I thought Rowley had it. And me, you want it. But Rowley ain't got it. At least not in this season. Because Rowley playing to the gallery in Trinidad and Tobago, Edward Rooms. Kamala know the whole thing. And Kamala said what we expected. Lots of more Caribbean brothers and sisters in leadership, heads of CARICOM territories, to say on our behalf. Not sidestepping half-truths. Coming halfway, you chinks in. No. She know the whole story, the whole thing. Folks, this is former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Prasad Bisesar, Monday evening in a virtual meeting. She know the whole story. Take a look, folks, and take a listen.
I turn now to our neighbor next door, Venezuela. This current crisis between Guyana and Venezuela, created by Maduro, I think is to whip up nationalism under the false pretext that the international community is mistreating Venezuela. I'll tell you why. Maduro reminds me of another leader. He wants to make himself a victim who is defending the motherland and will paint himself as a great patriotic hero of Venezuela, as Bolivar and thereafter Chavez. He'll be the hero himself. Dictators love to boast about their patriotism while calling opponents, guess what? Unpatriotic. Think of our leader. Everybody else who doesn't agree with him is unpatriotic. Does that sound familiar as I say? It is straight out of the fascist propaganda playbook. Venezuelan elections are in the air. Elections are coming up. His intention seems to be to deploy the army due to the threat of war and then control the streets and movements of persons to prevent campaigning and protests. Sound familiar? Remember COVID? He may then attack and jail opponents for being in league with the imperialists, whom he falsely accuses of stealing land from Venezuela. Due to these tactics, opposition voters may find they will not be able to vote on election day. He may return to power after the Venezuelan elections and everything will just settle down. So all this big hue and cry, we must not jokingly look at it, but we have to look at his past actions. Why would I say that? I want to remind you of his behavior, Maduro. When I was Prime Minister in 2015, in June 2015, the Maduro government in Venezuela, they proclaimed a presidential decree claiming the maritime waters encompassing Guyana's exclusive economic zone. Been there before, he's done that. They did that then because guess what? parliamentary elections for the National Assembly were being held in December of that same year, 2015. What did I do in 2015 when I was your Prime Minister? There's an article up on the screen. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that screen. Keep on the screen for a few minutes. This year, that article, headline, Trinidad and Tobago, this is when I was Prime Minister in 2015, when Maduro declared his intentions to invade Guyana about the territorial waters. Trinidad and Tobago stands in full support of Guyana and declares of Venezuela's decree as a violation of international law. Backwards, go back, remember. The article continues. The Prime Minister of T&T, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, on Friday announced that her government stands in full support of Guyana in the wake of the decree by Venezuela claiming Guyana's territorial waters. Ms. Persad-Bissessar met with Guyana's then President David Granger on Friday morning for bilateral talks. And just after those talks, she indicated that Trinidad and Tobago could not sit idly by and not show its support for Guyana in this latest conflict with Venezuela. The article continues. The Prime Minister reiterated that we pledge our support to Guyana in this matter. We pledge our commitment to support Guyana, and we have always supported Guyana and will continue to do so. Continuing in the article, Trinidad and Tobago shares very good relations with Venezuela, but the Prime Minister said, even as those relations remain unchanged, Guyana will get its support on the border controversy. That was in 2015. That is what I did. I stood up for the people of Guyana in 2015, and the UNC will now stand with the people of Guyana in 2023 and 2024. The same playbook. Venezuelan elections are due in 2024. And so you're hearing the war cries, beating the war drums, mustering troops. Venezuelan elections due 2024. Maduro returns with the same tired dictator playbook. He threatens Guyana and makes territorial claims to whip up national support. It didn't work in 2015. It will not work again in 2023 and 4. I don't want to hear that my support is because Guyana has oil. Discovered oil. At that time, not one drop of oil was pumped out of Guyana soil in 2015 when we gave our commitment as a government and people of Trinidad and Tobago to support Guyana in 2015. So that is rubbish to say, oh, we're only saying this now because Guyana is oil rich. I stood at Guyana before, as I said before, they had a drop of oil out of the soil in July 2015. I also don't want to hear it being said, because they do the dog whistle all the time about race, that we are supporting, the UNC supporting, because Guyana now has persons in their government, at the head of government, who are Indian. So Indian-led government either. I want you to look at that picture, if we have it up on the screen. That is former President David Granger, whom I supported against Venezuelan aggression in 2015. We stood side by side with him and the people of Guyana. My support was given due to the unbreakable bonds between us and our Guyanese brothers and sisters. And that is what we will do. We will stand with them again. So what is happening now? Rowley sheepishly hides behind the name, he calls it a zone of peace. What is a zone of peace, Rowley? Listen, my clear message to Maduro tonight is, if you interfere with the Guyanese people, you interfere with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You touch one, and you touch all. We fully support the people of Guyana in this crisis, and we call upon Maduro to obey international law and stay out of the lands occupied by Guyana. I also tell the Guyanese people what I tell you all the time: stand your ground. Stand your ground. You have suffered for too long. Now you have a great future. Don't let anyone take it from you. Stand your ground. And if T&T support with respect to the Dragon Gas deal, If TNT support in that deal means we have to wait longer for that dragon gas, so be it. The government must ensure that that dragon gas deal does go through, but that the revenue Maduro collects from it is not used for purchasing weapons to use against the Guyanese people or the Venezuelan opposition. We must make sure in whatever arrangements we have with Venezuela that the money they make from that will not end up militarizing through arms and ammunition the Maduro government, which they can then use against the Guyanese people and against opposition forces in Ghana. We should not get into any business dealings with Maduro that could help finance any military action against Guyana. Rowley's talk about the region remaining a zone of peace is not enough. Guyana must know they have the full support with meaningful backing and practical backing from the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Years ago, Eric Williams had told us, years ago, the father of our nation, he had told us, Anil, he is viewed as the father of our nation. Not your father, but he's viewed as the father of the nation. And he had told us that Venezuela had designs on Trinidad and Tobago territory. So you better watch out, what happening up in Guyana could be happening here. We must take our position clearly, stand with Guyana and stand with the CARICOM in our own defense.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Who vex? I love it. I love it. I can give the praises where the praises are due. That's why I said Ali has honed in on his stump speech, and he's gotten better at it on this issue of the Guyana-Venezuela border controversy. The optics, poor. Zero for optics. Big Christmas tree and lights flashing behind you. That's what we convey to the international world. But the message on point. On point. Poor optics. I saw somebody comment, after what Kamala did to Granger, how you can know in your heart. Folks, we can't wait for who you want support from. You got to take support from where the support is coming from. I'd love if Mia support us. Right? But Mia gets your brown bag already. Mia should have been saying, if you touch one, you touch all. I'd love if Rowley support us. Rowley should have been saying, if you touch one, you touch all. But he gave brown back too. Rob Gonzalez. He's a permanent brown baggist. She don't know where he there. I love if Andrew Holness out of Jamaica would have said, if you touch one, you touch all. But you don't get a brown bag already. You go wait. Rowley by a whole face support. I'm taking Kamala. Kamala said, if you touch one, you touch all. I with Kamala. I am going to stand with anybody who's standing with my countrymen in defense of our territorial sovereignty. I can stand with anybody like that. And I wait to see, you come to the road with the AK. If Kamala say willing to put on, pick up my cutlass and my machete and go down there in Batiri or Yarakita, well, that's it. That is it, good folks. Kamala know the whole story. Electioneering and saber rattling for votes. You know the whole story. Greed. Ruthless ambition. You know the whole thing. The whole thing, folks. Former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Prasad, B. Cesar. That's only some of the things on this matter, folks. Thank you, United National Congress, former Prime Minister and leader of the opposition, Kamala Prasad, B. Cesar, for your support. We can take it where we get it. And wait for what we want, folks. Wait for what we want. Roysdale for Shadow Attorney General here in Guyana, Member of Parliament. He said we should be speaking in one accord, is what we heard the chairman of Region 10 say last night. We're talking oneness, but we really one in all this tension. Because Darren can go at NCN in Region 10 and tell the people of Region 10 what's going on, the solidarity we have on this issue, because they're still being locked out. There's no oneness. There's no oneness. And we got to do much better than we've been doing. He said we got to be of one accord. That's what he said. It's a duty of all political leaders to speak with one accord, to reassure all Guyanese that they are valued. And we're going to continue to stand in defense for all Guyanese and stand in support of those who stand in support with us on these issues. Wherever that support comes from, you got to read history. Folks, politics, sadly, you ain't got no permanent enemies, no permanent friends. Only interest, and our interest at this point in time is safeguarding our patrimony. Our interest at this time is safeguarding the people of this country. Nelson Mandela himself said it. I had to do business with some unsavory kinds out of necessity. When people back against the wall, they got sufferation. You can't pick and choose who coming to save you when you're drowned in. Oh, it's up. No. Oh, it's PPP. You're going down in the water. You go down for 3 times. Use PPP. No, I can wait for you next man. Kamala says, you touch one, you touch all. I can stand with Kamala on that. Because Kamala is standing in defense of our Guyanese brothers and sisters. And she showed you it's not yesterday. It's in before we pump in. And we ain't feeling nothing. Since before that. So we can stand with her. On that issue, we ain't gonna agree on everything. But on this one thing, we're gonna agree with her. Because she said, I back y'all. Rowling said, definitively. Miriam said, because she went for Secretary General of the UN. Andrew Holness said, we heard it, a little thing way, roundabout way, from his Prime Minister there, Amory Brown in Trinidad. We heard a little roundabout way from Gaston Brown in Antigua and Barbuda. But definitively, established since 1899, made perfect, complete and final. That's how we want to hear it. Pauline Sukai tells the region of Region 8, don't worry about a thing. Don't worry the rumors. Folks, we got to be careful with rumors. We got to be really careful with rumors in this time and this year. A lot of it going wrong there. A lot of rumors going around there. Right? A lot of rumors. Alien Mount opened up. She said, don't worry with the rumors, especially on this Venezuela border thing. We got to watch. We got to be conscious. We got to be militant. We got to be alert with what's happening. Be cautious. Information you get him. You don't tell the soldiers suffering. The soldiers stationed at Chumeri. And a couple of them called me and says, not only Chumeri, elsewhere. You saw social activist and influencer Melly Mel put out some statements on our Facebook page, of which a soldier stationed at Chumeri said, things are nice here at all. Things are nice here at all. I'm shocked by some of what this servicewoman said here. Shocked. Who's this Corporal Murray? Harassing ranks. The people said the food, my God. The food at the base of Chumeri is terrible. It's not sufficient. The soldiers are braced for impact. These soldiers were once smitten. Now the shiny election morning. There's where all of us Guyanese got a power. When in the ballot booth, it's only you and God. And all the foolishness they're doing, on whichever side, you have a voice and a vote to set this country on a different path. Tense country. People hungry, suffering. You lash out in front of a big fancy Christmas tree. Tone deaf. What you do is so loud. Can't hear what you're saying, Ali. Your message on point. But the tree's so loud, I can't hear you. The tree screaming at me. I can imagine. Imagine we going through all of this and you have to even decorate tree. Put all the lights in. Oh, at least don't even show we. So we can't afford them $1 million tree. You gotta put all your lights for hour and take it off for the rest of the day. This soldier says she's suffering. I wonder how big she tree big is she house. I wonder how big her tree big in her house. 25,000? We rescue we life for 25,000? That's what the soldier says. You fish up. Irfan, I'm quoting this letter. And in decent terms, you fish up. You see, folks like COVID, you know how COVID showed us who we are. And we didn't like it. People you work with putting you out the building. COVID showed us all the kinks, the chinks in the armor. Large nations hoarding vaccines for their own. We're exposed. This is how this thing showing we exactly who we be. Right? This one Guyana thing is so nice and flurry. But that journalist would have asked, what really mean? What really mean? One Guyana. We have a heightened crisis in this country. And because you belong to the opposition, you only sin in life. You can't go on government, state media, right? And stand in solidarity and educate fellow Guyanese. But we's one Guyana. That's wickedness. But I can turn my attention to y'all on that on another occasion. In Bat settlement, a man had a Venezuelan map with a Essequibo incorporated on it. And look how we nice. Hey, we's really a peaceful people. According to Dave Martins. We's really a peaceful people. In Bat settlement, you know, this is where they're running police out during election time. You remember that? In Bath. The vendors now rebranded. Rebranded. That's the news of the hour. He had the Venezuelan map. And the Essequibo incorporated in it. Folks. This is nice time. This is nice time country. This is nice time. Nice time country. He rebranded. And money got for Mac. Money got for Mac. Money got for Mac, folks. This is real nice time country. Who sharing their life, folks? Who gonna smash that emoji button for us? Who gonna smash it? Smash it. We got a couple other things to share with you. But, you know, real nice time. We must get old in this country. I don't know. I don't know. Like we get old now. And as the Chinese would say, old and gone through. You're not just old. You're old till you're gone through. People coming in the face in the house. Doing all kind of thing. But we're a real peaceful people. And like the soldier, struggling, we struggle. We don't look for trouble. Ask wrong the man. Shucks. Ask wrong. As we wrap up, folks, let's turn attention to some other things. Let's turn attention quickly to bring you guys up to scratch. We just overload you with what's happening on the Guyana-Venezuela border front, the referendum front. Thanks to all our partners and the UNC Colonel Prasad Bissessa. I also saw the what's the party there in Jamaica put out a statement as well. Seeing this statement, I ain't seen the political party. Help me out, help me out. The PNP, People's National Party. The PNP. In other news, folks, we have a new Indian High Commissioner, Amrit Tilang, making the rounds. A new Indian High Commissioner. We wish him well. We wish him a good tour. Wish he'd come under better circumstances, but it is what it is there. It is what it is. You heard Irfan in that CBS piece. He said, I spoke with the Prime Minister of India, Modi. He said, I spoke with him. He didn't say Modi. He said, I believe in the 1899 and the 1966. He says, I talk with Modi. But we didn't get nothing definitive out of India yet. Amit, all right. We're the peaceful people, Amit. Amit, welcome. Wish you a good tour. Signs of the times, folks. Remains found believed to be missing man, Herbert Ramsey. Folks, you got to wonder, every day, little country like we, but 15 of we here. There's about 15 of us here. How all these things happen? Eh? All these things. Herbert gone now. But 15 of we. Herbert gone now. It's 13. You all know we going to the maths. But 13 of we now is me, Diane, Bossman, Hetty, Veronica, Michaela, Raquel. Right? It's 15 of we. Hubert gone now. Herbert gone. It's 13 of we left now. Little country every day. This would be shocking. In any other place, the people die like this. Somebody get knocked down, fire, miss it, shallow grave. You all remember when shallow grave was a thing? As soon as they miss you, shallow grave. Soon as they miss your shallow grave. Get us that replace. Well, they found these remains, reportedly that of missing man Herbert Ramsey. Thoughts and prayers with his family. Our thoughts and prayers with them. Brace it over the traffic. People are making joke. They're clamping down. We saw vehicles clamp. You heard traffic tickets were issued to errant drivers in Georgetown. Yeah. You all realize how the more roads we get in is the more congested it is. Sheriff Street is usually busy, but since the bus down New Road there, Mandela to Eccles, my God, all the confusion powder that was on these banks end up now on Sheriff Street. My God. And they got some folks don't observe traffic rules at all. At all. So I'm happy with the folks. Mahindra Singh and co. They're clamping down. Do more of it on our errand drivers. Please and thank you. Clamping down. That's what's happening, folks. More power to the traffic department in Georgetown. Health matters, folks. You better take your mental health serious. You better take your mental health serious. They're telling us early action is needed to promote to promote mental well-being. The older I get, the more cognizant I am of my mental well-being. And I thank you. I'm thankful now for the little technology. You know, in the evenings when I got the show, my watch sends me a reminder to check in. How you do today? And it's a conscious effort. I got it because of the options. Irritated, you're feeling good, what causing your problems, you know, man problems, woman problems, financial problems, food problems, tomato-based problems, fire, death on the road, drowning, you know. And I've never been so conscious. Early action. That's why sometimes you just got to take a vacation. Sometimes you just got to make a beeline and come again. I ain't say you got to go foreign. Sometimes you're killing them for a weekend. You're going to resort for a fortnight. You know, early action. That's what the health professionals are saying. Early action. They call it detection. Early action. And then they're telling us too, they're improving the drug regimen for persons living with HIV. For persons living with HIV. And I'm happy we've done so much work on this dreaded disease. You know that we have turned the corner on it. Far more manageable. Thanks to all those people who've done the research and do the hard work of the sensitization. You remember this was like leprosy? Now they're saying they're improving the drug regimen to boost Guyana's efforts on this front to minimize the spread of HIV. I'm so thankful. Big shout out to all the people making it come. Making it come. Nice time, folks. Nice time. Nice time. They're telling us they're modernizing, further modernizing the court system. right? And this is as related to case management system is launched, right? Trying to keep everything in. Too many times files go missing. You know, I want to solve. Folks, I was in court today. The Jagabats trying with me still. The transcript was trying with me. That case with the former mayor, we stood up for those vendors. So we broke traffic laws. They block off the whole road to frustrate. People think this is we obstruct traffic. And then they got some racial incitement foolishness too. Painstakingly, the magistrate got to write everything people say understand. That's madness. That is madness, folks. That's madness. The problem has already been solved elsewhere. Whatever legislation we need to pass, whatever bills we need to enact. Come on, folks. People got to talk slow for the magistrate, write out the thing verbatim. That's madness. I understand why now you can get one case in the court for 15 years. Because by the time one witness done, 5 years pass. You got to write all this stuff down. And you know some people's story long. You got to write all this stuff down. That's madness. A little computer app with some AI in the background can do all that. And it's doing all of that. Come on, folks. Come on, we got your money now. Let me look like it, the man. Shucks. Laboriously, we tiring out the magistrate. Just write in. Just write in. They was even want to see pen and paper for the rest of their life. We can solve that. So I'm happy that we're continuing this effort of modernizing the court system. Happy with that? Shucks. You all don't know the whole story. Don't know the whole story. Just give you one line. You don't know the whole book. Yeah, it's not a real place. It is not, folks. Police being charged for armed robbery. I was right there down the whole show tonight. I fed up. You are no police from thief. And when the time comes where you know police from thief, folks, it's time to go. You are no police from thief. When somebody stops you now, purporting to be police, you ask them equal amount of questions, if not more. Police stops you. Sir, you know how fast you were going? You know how fast you were going? Sometimes there's so many things you want to answer. Right? But you got to break them up. Hold on. I want to see a badge. I want to see a birth certificate. I want to see a police clearance from you. The police, you got to ask, I want to see police clearance. You see, you got any pending charges? Yeah? You ever rob? You ask the other question. I want a blood sample. Right? And you go real deep. I want a stool sample. You're not police from thief now. When somebody call you, say, hold on. Which station you from? Let me call the commander. Commander, could you vouch? Could you vouch for this fella here? Julian Smart? Huh? You call Hickens. You could vouch for this fella stopping me here? Winston Williams? Huh? Policemen being charged for $8 million robbery. Policemen. Huh? Oh, Jesus have mercy. Police. Julian Smart, Winston Williams. When we were growing up, about 3 years ago, parents used to say, if you went, your name can't get called. Let justice be done. If you didn't win, your name cannot be called. I'm watching Borbis, you know. Borbis sticking up. The smuggling chicken there. Minister name getting called every 2 mornings. Chicken in ambulance. Chicken in X-Trail. Chicken in Cantor. Somebody get pulled over by, well done. 30 million in ganja. I understand that we're doing well with sugar, but like them guys converting the fields. The national export now. Right? You got ganja rivaling cocaine. Ganja rivaling cocaine. Here's the national export. Hold on. I'm coming to a cocaine story. Don't go nowhere. Ganja rivaling cocaine. And we've been showing you guys on this show, I'm picking on Barbies, but there's a pattern, you see. Right? With these fields are in Barbies, like we call it, like we do in some we call it crop rotation. Some of these old cane fields, some crop rotation there. Since them boys come back, you know the whole story. Since them boys come back, money got for make, you know the whole story. You know the whole story, right? Money got for make here. You want to call people low life and so on? All right, put your money where your mouth there. So Kathy Hughes is suing the man who called her a low life for 50 million. Slander. 50 million. Take down. 50 million. Then we're going to fight it out in court. Prove it. Prove it in court. Prove it in court. 50 million, big one. Money got for Mac. Money got for Mac. Look, cocaine story now. Finally. Who don't know? Look, story here now. My God. Look what we have become. Narco state. Once again. Look what we have. We were going somewhere. We were going somewhere. Look where we are now. Folks, they're telling us an untaxed suitcase. An untaxed suitcase was discovered with over 50 pounds of cocaine in Canada on a flight from... Yeah. On a flight from... 50 pounds of cocaine in an untaxed suitcase on a flight from Guyana. Let us sink in. You heard Cameron last night talked about distraction. Well, we distracted with the Venezuela border controversy. Guyana-Venezuela border controversy. 50 pounds, you know. You can't hide 50 pounds of cocaine in a suitcase. That's the whole weight of the suitcase. So you got to know that this thing getting clearance. You think you understand that? You don't put 50 pounds of cocaine in the lining. That's the whole suitcase. And the architecture, the criminal architecture, built in the state apparatus. Since them boys come back, I tell them that they could ship out. But when they hold the one suitcase of 50 pounds, 10 more must be gone. Unmarked. How do you get that? Like when you got Charlie Jagan International, you got to push a suitcase through a scanner. How you don't see 50 pounds of cocaine? You think it's salt? We the mistake milk for cocaine. We're so sensitive. A whole suitcase filled with white substance. And nobody didn't blink. Who don't know? Who let any cocaine pass at Charlie Jagan International? It's who cocaine pass into at Charlie Jagan International? That's the other question. Folks, we can leave it there. We are going to leave it there tonight. That being said, good folks, that's our time. And that's the program. Share the live. Smash that emoji button. 0 points for me. 0 points for Rowley. 0 points for Gaston Brown. 0 points for Rob Gonzalez. Full marks for Kamala. Full marks for Kamala tonight, folks. That's going to do it for us in this end. That's our time, good folks. That's our program. Share the live. Smash that emoji button before you go and partner with us as well, good folks. Partner with us as well. This is how we keep our program going day after day, month after month, week after week, year after year. This is how you can help us to keep moving forward.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's play.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in the ring 592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring 592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
And we want to let you know for all the documentation needs, the Alistair Collins firm, right on there at the Carlin Mall on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Streets. Caldwell Mall on the ground floor on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Streets. 649-6410, 649-6410, and 685-6448, 685-6448 for all your documentation needs. And these guys even open on Saturdays. Even open on Saturdays. Thanks for spending this time with us, folks. Snapshot of some of the issues that occurred today, internationally, regionally, and the 592 as well. Thanks for being here with us, each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with us. Debbie Collins, I see you there. Royston, I see you. Sandra Hanover, Candy Lily, Linda Jeep, all the way in Caribbean, Candy. Good to have you on the live tonight. Edward Rooms, Ingrid, Desmond Harris, Hazel Chase, Heaven Faith. Good to see you there, Heaven Faith. How are you doing? Great to see you guys on the live tonight. Marcia Gard, I see you too. Folks, I see Wilma Grant, Pierre Leacock, Ingrid, Shellon, Amabel, Edward Rooms as well. Stay safe, folks. That's our time. That's going to do it for us at this end.